Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning into today's video. We have more gaming and PlayStation news, rumours and leaks to go over. Please hit that like button if you enjoy the video, and if you're new here to the channel, consider subscribing and becoming a channel member. So we are starting off with exciting news that a well-known studio for making shooters has teamed up with Sony, working on an existing Sony IP. So People Can Fly, the studio behind well-known shooters like Outriders and Gears of War Judgment, has officially announced a new partnership with Sony Interactive Entertainment. The collaboration will see Polish developer working on a brand new game based on an existing Sony intellectual property. Currently, this project is codenamed Project Delta. This news comes from an official investor report by People Can Fly, confirming that the agreement has been signed and work is now underway on this new project. Details remain scarce besides the fact that it's based on a Sony-owned franchise. Nothing else has been revealed about what the game might be. Naturally, people have started to run away with speculation about what game the studio could be working on. Since People Can Fly has a very strong history for developing shooters, fans have pointed to several dormant PlayStation shooter franchises that could potentially be revived. The most frequently mentioned possibilities include SOCOM, Killzone, Resistance, and even Warhawk. Over on Reddit, fans wasted no time discussing what this mystery could be. Some strongly believe it could be a new SOCOM game, as Sony has left the tactical shooter series untouched since 2011. Others think it could be Killzone, another first-person shooter franchise that once stood as a key PlayStation exclusive but has remained dormant since Killzone Shadowfall in 2013. And another fan favourite is Resistance, a sci-fi shooter series that last saw entry with Resistance 3 in 2011. Meanwhile, some fans even threw out the idea of a Warhawk game, a multiplayer focused shooter that, despite its potential, never actually became a major hit, but it was still a shooter developed by Sony. And while all these are valid guesses, it's important to note that this is all pure speculation. People Can Fly could be working on something entirely unexpected. Given the studio's experience, a third-person or first-person shooter does seem more likely, but until official details emerge, we will not know for sure. And regardless, the partnership is a significant move for both Sony and People Can Fly. For such a long time, so many PlayStation gamers have been hoping for Resistance, SOCOM, or a Killzone reboot. With all these remakes and remasters that have been coming out since the launch of the PS5, hopefully it's now the turn of shooters, because if you look at PlayStation's lineup of games, clearly they have lots of single-player, story-driven games to offer their fans. They have platformers and family-friendly games, most notably with Ratchet & Clank and Astro Bot as the two that take the headlines. We also know they're working towards live service games and multiplayer games, especially given the huge success of Helldivers. What they seriously lack in their lineup of games is first-person or third-person shooters, and reviving Resistance, Killzone or SOCOM would be a huge instant hit with so many core PlayStation gamers. It will also open the door for new gamers to enjoy these great games, these great IPs held by Sony. Imagine a world where we get all three reboots of Killzone, SOCOM and Resistance. That would be absolutely unbelievable. I don't want to get ahead of myself here because nothing has actually been confirmed by Sony themselves. So let's wait and see what happens with this partnership. But great news. Let's move on. A recent update on Bethesda's website may have just given the biggest hint yet that Starfield is on its way to PlayStation 5. The discovery was made when a PlayStation logo was spotted on the Starfield Creations page, leading to widespread speculation that Bethesda's sci-fi RPG might not remain exclusive to Xbox and PC after all. Although the logo was quickly removed from the main page, screenshots captured by users show that it was indeed present. And while there's been no official confirmation from Bethesda regarding a PS5 release, there have also been several hints suggesting that Xbox exclusives may eventually come to other platforms. Xbox boss Phil Spencer previously stated in an interview that he sees no reason to put a ring fence around any game at all, implying that titles like Starfield could eventually make their way to other consoles. And a report from Spanish gaming site Vandal suggests that multiple Xbox exclusives, including Starfield, Fable, and Killer Instinct, are already being prepared for PlayStation releases. And if these reports turn out to be accurate, it would mark another shift in Microsoft's strategy, moving away from strict exclusives in favor of expanding their games to a broader audience, as they've done with a few other games released at the end of last year. For now, Starfield remains an Xbox and console exclusive, but this recent slip up has revealed that more of the bigger Xbox major first-party games will be heading on over to the PlayStation platform. But until an official announcement is made, all we can do is wait and see how this unfolds. Honestly, no no one should be surprised about this anymore. We all know Xbox is heading towards going fully third party. Next time you hear about a game coming to Xbox, you already know that the game will be heading to PlayStation as well. So let's move on. Within the gaming industry, few titles have had as turbulent a development history as Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Remake. The highly anticipated reimagining of the classic RPG was first announced in 2021, but since then updates have been really scarce, leaving many fans wondering if the project has been shut down. Is it still alive? Recently, Tim Willits, the Chief Creative Officer at Saber Interactive, took to social media to reassure fans that all previously announced projects are still in development. And while he didn't mention KOTOR specifically by name, his statement suggests that the remake is still in the works despite the ongoing silence from developers. Now, the last significant update on KOTOR Remake came in September 2023 when it was revealed that Saber Interactive had received the new investment to continue working on multiple projects, including the Star Wars game. Prior to that, it was reported that the game, which was originally being developed by Aspire Media, moved over to Saber Interactive. This transition led to widespread rumors that a remake had been indefinitely delayed or even cancelled altogether. The uncertainty surrounding KOTOR Remake got worse because gaming journalist Jeff Grubb, who claimed in November 2023 that the game was no longer in development. However, days later, industry insider Jason Schreier contradicted that statement, saying that the project was still moving forward. So at this point, it's clear that KOTOR Remake is still of interest to people, but without concrete updates from the developers, fans remain in the dark about the progress. Now, given the legacy of the original game and the high expectations surrounding the remake, Saber Interactive likely wants to ensure that they deliver a polished and faithful experience. Until we hear of an official update, all we can do is hope that Knights of the Old Republic will eventually make its way to PS5 and PC. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you still think it's still in development? I mean, Tim Willits, the Chief Creative Officer at Saber Interactive, he said that all projects are in development. Therefore, by that token, I take it that KOTOR Remake is still happening. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on the topics discussed in the video today. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next video.